From towering redwoods to delicate mosses, the plant kingdom exhibits a breathtaking diversity of life forms. These organisms share a fundamental process, the plant life cycle. This essay delves into the fascinating world of plant life cycles. Plant life cycles describe the sequence of stages a plant goes through. The study of plant life cycles has practical implications for agriculture, forestry, and conservation. This knowledge helps us appreciate the interconnectedness of all living things. Central to understanding plant life cycles is the concept of alternation of generations. This process involves the cycling between two distinct multicellular stages, the sporophyte and the gametophyte. The sporophyte is diploid, meaning it has two sets of chromosomes, while the gametophyte is haploid, having only one set. The sporophyte generation produces spores through meiosis, ensuring the next generation maintains a constant chromosome number. In contrast, the gametophyte generation produces gametes, which are the sex cells involved in fertilization. The fusion of a male and female gameta during fertilization restores the diploid condition, giving rise to a new sporophyte. This cyclical process between the diploid sporophyte and haploid gametophyte is the hallmark of alternation of generations. In the evolutionary history of plants, the gametophyte stage held a position of prominence, particularly in lower plants. This group includes algae and bryophytes, which represent some of the earliest diverging lineages in the plant kingdom. Algae, often found in aquatic environments, exhibit a wide range of life cycles, with some exhibiting a dominant gametophyte stage. Bryophytes, which include mosses, liverworts and hornworts, also display a dominant gametophyte generation. These plants are typically found in moist habitats, as they lack true vascular tissues and rely on diffusion for water and nutrient transport. The gametophyte generation in bryophytes is responsible for photosynthesis and anchors the plant to the substrate using rhizoids, which are root-like structures. The dominance of the gametophyte in lower plants reflects their adaptation to moist environments. In these habitats, water is readily available for the motile sperm to swim to the egg during fertilization. The study of these plants provides insights into the early evolution of plants and the adaptations that allowed them to colonize terrestrial habitats. Bryophytes, often referred to as the amphibians of the plant kingdom, occupy a unique position in the evolutionary trajectory of plants. Their life cycle, characterized by a dominant gametophyte generation, reflects this delicate balance between two worlds. The gametophyte generation in bryophytes is the most conspicuous and photosynthetically active stage. These delicate structures, lacking true roots, stems and leaves, rely on rhizoids, root-like filaments for anchorage and absorption. The sporophyte generation in bryophytes is smaller, less conspicuous, and entirely dependent on the gametophyte for nutrition. The ecological significance of bryophytes is profound. They play a crucial role in regulating water cycles, preventing soil erosion, and providing habitats for a myriad of small creatures. Their ability to thrive in harsh environments such as bare rocks and nutrient-poor soils makes them pioneer species, paving the way for the establishment of other plant communities. Understanding their life cycle deepens our appreciation for the diversity and complexity of the plant kingdom. As plants continued to evolve and conquer drier environments, a significant shift occurred in the prominence of the sporophyte and gametophyte generations. Among these early pioneers were the pteridophytes, a group that includes ferns, horsetails, and whisk ferns. Pteridophytes possess true vascular tissues, specialized cells that allow for the efficient transport of water and nutrients throughout the plant body. This evolutionary innovation enabled them to grow taller and access resources more effectively, leading to the dominance of the sporophyte generation. The sporophyte generation in pteridophytes is the dominant photosynthetically active stage, with the gametophyte becoming a small, independent structure. This shift in dominance reflects the adaptation to drier environments, as the larger sporophyte is better equipped to withstand water stress and to disperse spores over greater distances. The evolution of a dominant sporophyte generation in pteridophytes marked a pivotal moment in plant history. This shift set the stage for the emergence of seed plants, which further revolutionized plant life on Earth. The evolution of seeds represents one of the most significant innovations in plant history. This development freed plants from their dependence on water for reproduction. This section explores the two major groups of seed plants, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms include conifers, cycads, ginkgos and netophytes. These plants produce seeds on the scales of cones exposed to the environment. Angiosperms, or flowering plants, represent the most diverse group of plants on Earth. They produce seeds enclosed within a protective ovary, which develops into a fruit. The intricate dance between the sporophyte and gametophyte generations in the plant life cycle is orchestrated by two fundamental cellular processes, fertilization and meiosis. Fertilization, the fusion of a sperm and an egg, marks the transition from the haploid gametophyte generation to the diploid sporophyte generation. During this process, the genetic material from the two gametes combines, restoring the diploid chromosome number and creating a zygote, the first cell of the new sporophyte. Meiosis, on the other hand, occurs within the sporophyte generation and is responsible for producing haploid spores. This process involves 2 rounds of cell division, resulting in 4 daughter cells, each with half the number of chromosomes as the parent cell. These spores, upon germination, develop into the haploid gametophyte generation. The interplay between fertilization and meiosis ensures the alternation of generations in plants. This cyclical process is fundamental to the life cycles of all plants, from the simplest algae to the most complex flowering plants. The alternation of generations in plants is not merely a biological curiosity. It has profound ecological and evolutionary significance. This unique life cycle strategy has contributed to the remarkable success of plants, allowing them to adapt to diverse environments and shape the Earth's ecosystems. One of the key advantages of alternation of generations is its contribution to genetic diversity. The cycling between haploid and diploid generations provides multiple opportunities for genetic recombination, shuffling alleles and creating new combinations of traits. This genetic variation is the raw material for natural selection, allowing populations to adapt to changing environments. The haploid gametophyte generation in particular plays a crucial role in exposing recessive alleles to natural selection. The diploid sporophyte generation, on the other hand, offers a different set of advantages. The presence of 2 sets of chromosomes provides a buffer against the effects of harmful mutations. The alternation of generations also allows plants to exploit different ecological niches. This partitioning of resources reduces competition between the 2 generations. The study of plant life cycles holds immense practical significance for various fields, including agriculture, forestry, and conservation. Understanding the intricacies of plant reproduction and development is crucial for optimizing crop yields, managing forests sustainably, and protecting endangered plant species. In agriculture, knowledge of plant life cycles is essential for breeding new crop varieties with desirable traits, such as higher yields, disease resistance, and drought tolerance. Forestry relies heavily on an understanding of plant life cycles to manage forests for timber production, wildlife habitat, and recreation. Conservation efforts to protect endangered plant species depend on a thorough understanding of their life cycles. Beyond its practical applications, understanding plant life cycles fosters a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living things. By studying their life cycles, we gain a greater understanding of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. From the lush rainforests to the arid deserts, plant life shapes our planet. Their ability to capture sunlight forms the basis of most ecosystems, supporting a vast web of life. Central to this is the alternation of generations. This process highlights the evolutionary significance of plants. It equips plants with genetic flexibility to adapt. Understanding plant life cycles is essential for food security and biodiversity. Evolution shapes life's grand tapestry.